Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be playing against Shunping Zhu. This is a tournament that is hosted on Luxury Gaming page, and so if you are interested to play in tournaments and online tournaments and improve, definitely go check that out in the description box below. Also, guys, if you are interested in any items from Imperium Duelist, go to Imperium Duelist all the way in the description box as well, and use my code PAC10. They're the official sponsors for the channel now, so a huge shout out to them. And I guess there's a little bit of backstory now in terms of what you're going to be seeing today. So Shu and I got to play each other, and he's going to be piloting Dragon Link, a deck that he's really well known for, and I'm going to be playing Infernobles, a deck that a lot of you guys know me for because I've been a huge advocate of it prior to its release, and up to its release I've just been playtesting this deck a lot, and I've been really enjoying it. So it's going to be a combo deck mirror match, I guess. But I think there's still a lot to learn, just because I think Shu's technical play and I guess my technical play is something that we can evaluate. And so the premise of today is gonna be learning how to properly hand trap your opponent, playing through disruption, and then last but not least, how to not throw the match. I don't want to spoil it, but when we get to the end, you guys will see exactly what I mean. So sit back, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. I'll see you guys in there. Alright, guys, so now we're here with the match. So I lose the RPS here, and so he elects to go first, of course. You see that he's playing his 60 card build, and I'm playing my Infernoble list. I drew pretty well, and he drew not too well because of the ravine, but he does have Absrouter, so that's still okay. He's gonna go normal summon Galaxy Serpent, make Striker Dragon, chain link to the Nocto Vision from the hand, so he gets Boost Sector and summons Nocto Vision. He's then gonna make Romulus, and here, if you look at his chain link, he's just gonna call Chainlink 1 Nocto Vision, and that's it. So the reason why it does this is because it's like a kind of telltale that he has a ravine in his hand. So that's a really good sign. And you see that I hold my impermanence all the way until the end, and the main reason being that the Dragon Link deck, much like any other deck now, is a needle fiber deck. People have to realize that when you really understand the fundamentals of the deck and how the deck functions, right, you understand the choke points of the deck. So I made a bunch of videos with Shunping on his deck and his theory, so I understand the deck pretty well, fundamentally how it works. And so imperming the Hulky Fibrax here is the best option, unless he has essentially a Dragon Extender. But because he doesn't, I can imperm the Hulky Fibrax, and then he just has to pass turn from here. I top the Gamma, but it won't matter because here I'm gonna activate Rhoda. So a lot of people would have actually searched Neospace Connector, right? But I figured that he might have had hand traps in his hand, and look what would have happened. If I go normal summon Neospace Connector and get Veiler, I had no extenders to play through it. But the best option here is to not search, Neospace Connector, but actually search Yugioh. And you'll see that I take some time to actually think about this search, because I realized that why summon a connector and just lose to one hand trap, right? And so here I search Yugioh instead, and the main reason being, if I get Veiler on Yugioh, I can summon Renault and keep playing. And even if he has a way to stop a Soul Day, I can sort of kind of play even through the Soul Day and try to break the board. So I go here and I effect and I dump the Gearfried. I'm gonna special summon the Renault, try to add back Gearfried, but he's gonna Veiler it here. It makes sense because otherwise Gearfried is just gonna negate his Veiler anyways, and then it's another card for me to out his board and try to OTK him. I'm gonna essentially then convert both of these into an Isolde, and I use the first effect here mainly because even though I generally don't use it, but mainly because the fact that even if he has another Veiler or Ash, he's not gonna use it here, and he can't Gamma me, so as long as I keep my Isolde on the board, I should be okay. And he's gonna chain the Phantasma and draw 2. He sees the Impair and puts it back right away. I'm gonna add the Neospace Connector to my hand as a guaranteed follow-up, and then gonna send for costs. And I decided to send 4 here. The main reason being that even if he were to Nibiru me, I had Living Fossil as an extender, so I was kind of okay with that. So the whole idea is, if he were to Nibiru me, I can then just activate Living Fossil, bring it back, and then extend through Nibiru, and then make Hulky Fibrax. Here I'm gonna make Link Cross. and then just do standard plays. Make Roland, trigger Fiber, get Sphere, make Auroradon, chain link to Sphere, equip back the Durandal, use the Durandal effect, and here I'm going to search a Stolful, tribute 2 to summon the O-Line, make Metal Marcher, bring back the Captain Roland, make Coral, but before I choose Coral's effect, I'm actually going to make Savage first. Savage effect is going to equip, and then at this point, I can then use Coral Dragon to discard the Phoenix Blade to pop the Phantasme. He decides not to negate it because he'll lose a card in his hand, and he needs an extender. And then I have his Savage now to negate, for example, like a Brotar. Gonna turn those two into a Charlemagne and draw an extra card. Draw an Oliver is really, really strong here. Then I'm gonna summon a Stolful and banish a level 4, which is Oliver, so this becomes a level 4 monster. I think I misplayed here because if I didn't banish the Oliver but banish Ogier instead to summon a Stolful, I can Living Fossil back Oliver and then make Omega. But I'm gonna do like a really awkward play to get to an Omega. So I'm gonna make High Losselin, use Losselin effect to equip. The main reason being that I can now go to battle phase, attack, and then trigger High Losselin's effect, which actually lets me add any Noble Knight card. So I just wanted to do that just so that like I can get more resources for the follow-up. So I search another Renault here, as you see. And then in main phase 2, I'm going to use Living Fossil, which like I said, I could have used less resources, but then I make Omega. I'm going to Omega the last card in his hand. I'm going to then equip Ogier to Charles, equip Smoke, and then pop the Boot Sector. And so like he top decks Tempest, and then he just scoops there. Because even though I didn't need to kill him, all I need to do was just kind of put pressure up. We're going to see him use the Dragon Maid engine, and he actually drew Tempest plus Parlor, which is really, really good. And he's going to search Seyfried here. He's going to go normal Seyfried, pitch Phantasme, make Striker Dragon, Nocto Vision, and then just kind of like do full combo. So that's like pretty strong here. But then you'll notice that he actually starts doing some really cool plays, which is to Ravine, to Chamber Dragon Maid from his hand, dumping Abstrouter, searching Rocket, and he's gonna go look. He's gonna essentially go summon Tracer, and he's trying to basically bait out Nibiru at this point. So like, as you see here, if I were to imperm his Hockey Fibrax, he still would have been able to play because he can just go Monster Reborn and then just play off that. So he was like in a good position regardless. Like he had the extender this time if I were to imperm Hockey Fibrax, but it's a Monster Reborn extender, which is a 1-of in the 6-card deck. I mean, at this point, he's going to go Appaloosa, bring back. So here's a really cool play. He goes Pissy, bring back Parlor, and then use Parlor effect to dump Tidying. And so Tidying is really nice because you can banish yourself from the graveyard and then reborn any Dragon Maid monster from the hand or graveyard in defense mode, but then return to the hand during the end phase. So he goes Pissy, bring back Parlor, Parlor, dump the trap. And now he's going to go effect, summon Brotar, Brotar pitch Galaxy Servant, search Levy. I'm going to shuffle my hand before it resolves the effect. And then he's going to, hit the Neil Space Connector. I'm like, okay, that's fine because I have Rhoda. Now he's going to banish the trap, summon back Chamber, and use Chamber to ask Hospitality. So he gets another extender right there. He's going to make Buster Whelp. Use all that to make Trish. He hits it evenly off the top. Bring back Seyfried with the Black Garden. Go Crocosaur, draw 2. Add Levy back to hand. Make VFD. And so this is a situation where, honestly, if I had Droplet, I think I could have just won the game. Like, Droplet by itself would have won me the game, in my opinion. But this is, like, why I don't think Dark Ruler is as good, because it has the ability to respond to, like, True Kings, like, Zexal, etc. And, like, if I had a Droplet in my hand at this point in time, I can, like, literally go Droplet, send Ogier, send, just send Ogier, and probably Autonomous Action Unit. Yeah, send Ogier and Autonomous Action Unit, and then yeah, it would have been game. But because I didn't have that, I just went Dark Ruler. I didn't want to give up, so I went Autonomous Action Unit, summon Tracer, used both of them to make Omega. I was gonna call Light right away, and at that point in time, I just lose. Could have also Monster Reborn too, but wait for him to make Borosword, and then I just scoop. So now I get to go first, and you guys are gonna see, like, you know, how I threw the game. even and play through like I pretty much play through Ash really easily. Like you'll see right here that like I'll go connector, it gets Ash. I'm like sure, get Fire Flint. So this deck plays through hand traps really well. But look at this cool play I did. I forward thinking. I went summon summon connector. Summon got Ash. Summon Fire Flint. Fire Flint F. Send it to the graveyard to summon Ogier. Ogier F. Dump Oliver. You might be thinking, Pack, why did you do this? Well, essentially, if I were to get Stopple and sold, I assumed he had a second hand trap in his hand, like Imperm. I can then activate Living Software to bring back Ogier and then full combo through an Imperm. So that's like the reason why. You guys gotta like think this way, that like that he has multiple hand traps. And so like I think my sequencing here was like actually like perfect. Like it was beautiful in my opinion, because literally through the Living Falls in my hand, I like predicted a second hand trap. Even though he didn't have it, I predicted it. And so we're gonna see his sold here, get back the Gearfried. We're gonna dump 2, summon Genba, go Link Cross. So it's just like standard plays at this point. Nothing fancy. Just like pretty standard. Yep, just gonna go O-line, make Roland, make Omega, add Phoenix Blade, dump Phoenix Blade, make Charles, set 1, set 2. But then look what happened. At end phase, I dumped a Durandal instead of what? Smoke Grenade off of Roland's effect. And so if it would, I literally said it in the chat right here, you'll see that I was like, oh wait, misclick. Like that was my fault. Like I misclicked. Yeah, I was like misclick. I mean it. Meant to get land. If I got Smoke Grenade, I would have ripped the Dark World out of his hand. His 1-for-1 would have been dead, and if he normal summoned safer, right? All I had to do was just trigger Roland and pop his card. So I would have just won the game from there. But you live and you learn. I got Dark Wizard. I mean, and then I just essentially am gonna lose here. I try my best. I don't scoop here because I figured I might be able to keep playing. But he has a 1-for-1 and a bunch of extenders, so he's gonna be able to play through a lot here, and like set up BFD. And so him allowing to set up VFD is gonna be really powerful. But you see, Charles is like really hard to out, just because it's untargetable and it can't be destroyed by card effects, and it's at 3,500. So you see here that Charles is really nuts. I set it as a fossil because I wanted to bluff a droplet, which if I had, honestly, I felt like I could have like just came back and won. But I mean, this is just gonna be full combos, you guys will see here. But the moral of the story here is that don't like, if I didn't like misclick there, I would have won the game. And I think Shu even admits it at the end. So like I said, this is like learning from your losses, right? And yeah, I could have asked Shu to like taken it back, but it was a competitive match and I didn't want to like do that. You know, if I lost, it would have been to myself. And understanding that is like critical and key, that at the end of the day, you know, this is due to yourself, and learning from it and doing the best you can going forward. So we're just gonna fast forward here and just have him like kind of just keep comboing, and I just scoop at this point. But I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you guys enjoyed this match, and as always, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on this match. Maybe some plays I could have done differently. Do you enjoy the Infernoble deck? Do you enjoy this series? And yeah, let me know. You know, I do my best to respond to all of them. And as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. And there is a new playmat that's going to be coming out that's actually related to Infernobles. Super insane. I can't wait to release it to you guys. It's going to be out pretty soon. I'm still in the process of making it. It's going to be a 2-player cloth mat. Like complete beauty. And so, as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.